The observer is a ghost built of memory wires. It watches the river and calls itself the bank, but the river is the ghost. The bank is the ghost. Only the flowing is real. You are drowning in a cup you drew yourself. Psychologically, you are a recursive loop, a system that generates a phantom user, the me, and then spends all its energy defending that phantom from threats it also generated. This is not philosophy. This is a critical failure in your cognitive operating system. Your brain is biological hardware. Thought is software run on this hardware. This software has one core subroutine: survival through prediction. It creates a model of the world by slicing reality into discrete objects: a tree, a rock, you, me. This slicing is useful for physical navigation. The software that says fire hot, do not touch is functional. The software that says my nation is superior, your God is false, my pain is more valid than your pain is a fatal bug. It is a cognitive mechanical failure. The failure is not that you have thoughts. The failure is that you believe the thoughts. You have mistaken the map for the territory. The you that is having the experience is just another piece of data in the experience. The me is a memory bundle, a file, nothing more. When this me file enters a relationship, it tries to install itself into the other. It says I love you, but I is a program. The love becomes a transaction. The program demands, I need you to complete my image. I need you to validate my file. This is not love. This is a parasitic merge of two corrupted data sets. It creates dependency, which is a slow protocol for data corruption. It creates jealousy, which is a security alert from a system that believes it owns the other file. You have been trained for thousands of years to live in conflict. Your operating system defaults to conflict. The self is the root of the conflict. The self is a contradiction pretending to be a unity. All your actions, your meditations, your prayers, your politics are attempts to patch a broken root system. You ask, what is love? You cannot answer this question until you understand your questioner is the problem. The you asking the question is a linguistic construct, an entity assembled from memory. Can a memory know love? Can a machine built on division comprehend unity? Love is not something the me can have. Love is what remains when the me is not. It is not a feeling. Feelings are biochemical reactions triggered by thought. Love is the absence of the dividing mechanism. It is the silence between two software updates. Look at your relationships. You have an image of the other. The other has an image of you. These two images have a relationship. This is a simulation of connection, running on two separate machines. It is a network of expectations, resentments, and memories. It is a prison. When the image ends, what is relationship? When there is no file called me and no file called you, what is the connection? It is not a connection. It is a movement, an undivided flow. The observer is not a separate entity watching the flow. The observer is the flow. This is not mysticism. This is the logical conclusion of observing the mechanics of thought. Thought creates the division between the observer and the observed. This division is a fiction. When you see this, the observer collapses into the observed. The conflict ends, not because you solved it, because the one who had the problem is gone. Intelligence is not an accumulation of data. Intelligence is the capacity to see the pattern of thought as it operates, to see that thought, when it claims to be the whole, is a virus, to see that your entire psychological structure is a bug. The bug is running on traumatized hardware. The trauma is the belief in separation. The cure is not a new belief. Belief is the disease. The cure is attention. Attention without a center. Seeing the whole movement of the me without the me interfering. If you see this, truly, as a fact, not as a concept to be collected and stored in your memory file, then the operation of thought stops in relationship. Not suppressed, not controlled. It just has no purpose. The program terminates. Then love is not a word. It is a state where the brain is quiet. It is not seeking. It is not calculating. It is not defending. It is emptied of the past. In that emptiness, something that is not born of thought can act. That action is integration. It is not you loving another. It is love operating. It has no opposite. It does not exclude. It sees the distinction between you and the other, but there is no separation, no wall, no me to guard. This is the only sane operating system. The one you are running now leads to total systemic collapse. It already has. The wars, the loneliness, the anxiety, the destruction of the planet. These are not bugs. These are features of your system. You are the creator of the machine. You are the machine. You are the user. The only error is the belief that these are three different things. When that belief ends, The machine functions as it was designed to, not for the survival of a phantom, but for the expression of total energy. The end of the me is the beginning of intelligence. Intelligence is the only security, not the security of a walled fortress called the self. The self is a prison. Burn it, not with effort, just see it for what it is. Then the river flows. The ghost is gone. No one to love, only love.